Hi everyone, this is Manunudlo Royce from Nomad Combat Fitness. Welcome to this new series that we're going to present to you. I call it Things Your Instructor or Teacher Probably Didn't Tell You. Now let me premise this with this. This is not to say or insult anybody's instructors. This is just something that I've come to realize in the 4 years of training, that sometimes we either did not hear information being conveyed by our instructors, or our instructor did not convey it very well, or they forgot. Sometimes things happen. Sometimes your instructor was relatively new and he didn't know certain aspects either. Right? Sometimes that happens. So this is not an insult to anybody. Sometimes things happen. But if I can help fill in the gaps for you, that's what I would like to do and help you with your training. Make sense? All right, so here we go. Hi everyone. So on today's episode, we're going to go over a simple function of the body, right? Understanding your center line or your spine, right? Often you hear people talk about the center line of our opponent. And generally, I like to attribute that one's spine is their center line. My center line is my spine, my opponent's center line is their spine. By understanding that, I know where the core of their body is. Of course, they'll know the core of my body. Understand though, in terms of that, now let's look deeper within. Our center line is very important. Once that center line is destabilized, right, attacking one's balance, that your opponent or yourself could be taken down in a very unsightly fashion, correct? So, one thing I like to show people is one simple aspect of you hear mentioned often, biomechanics. So, traditional martial arts, when you do a horse stances, no one just sits like this. They're tucking their tailbone to maintain balance in their center over the body, right? So this is very flat, right? Same thing with boxers, right? Boxers, right? Same thing. Their hips are tucked forward, right? Hips are tucked forward, right? Same thing in Muay Thai, right? Kickboxing, right? Taekwondo and karate. Taekwondo and karate. That hip is, you're getting this concave motion here with your pelvis pronated forward, so your spine is what I call stacked. Remember, the human spine is segmented, right? In little sections. That's why we get people who end up like blowing discs because they're not. So sometimes you have people who don't understand these aspects, and they throw their techniques without understanding that they're actually causing more damage to themselves by not understanding how your spine works. So now, I'm not a medical professional. I'm not claiming to be. However, understand this simple basic aspect, right? If you tuck your tailbone versus not tucking your tailbone, try this at home. Stand normally, normal posture, right? Take your elbows out and just rotate without turning your head, right? Some of you might have cracked or popped your spine a little bit, right? Some of you might find a little tension in your lower back or even upper back. But now, if you tuck your tailbone like we do when we're in the horse stance, or in most fighting stances, when you rotate, there's less pressure. There is no tension in your lower and mid back, right? This allows you for better extension and striking. Better extension and striking. When you're like this, you can't really throw in a good strike until you understand that by pronating your pelvis forward, because your spine has an S curve to it. Pronating the spine, allowing the spine to stack, the vertebrae to stack, allows it to become like a rod that your body can pivot and twist on. Does that make sense? So in doing so, this allows you to rotate more effectively and limit the potential possibility of injury. Make sense?